Fortnite finally added the Chapter 5 guns into creative. After over 2 months since this season launched, pretty much everyone giving up hope they weren't going to be added. People talking about they can't get added because of the attachments. People saying it's because of bullet trajectory. It looks like Fortnite finally added them. And I think it's because of glitches. A few days ago, we had people figure out they could actually glitch the new guns into creative. Someone made a map of them and it skyrocketed. This gained tens of thousands of players. Everyone was freaking out, but all of these maps got taken down. This is against Epic's terms of service of glitching the guns into creative. But as a response from this, in last night's update, Epic has now put all of the guns into creative. You can jump into your own world and use them, or you can now put them in public maps as well. The reason I think it's a glitch is because Epic didn't even say the new guns were going to be added in the creative blog post. They talk about every single little tiny change they're making to different devices. They're going to be doing this, but then just forgot to mention at all that the new guns, the thing everyone's waiting for, is being added. That has to be in response to the glitch, in my opinion, because all of the reasons we thought they couldn't add the guns into creative, like the attachments, or now the fact that they're all not hit scan, you have bullet travel time, weren't true, and you could have glitched them into the map the whole time, and now 2 days later they're just in and you can add them. You can't currently add them with attachments at this point. You can only add them into the game as base guns, and then you can put a mod bench in to then add the attachments. Hopefully Epic adds some kind of a way that you can then add them in as a randomized gun. It'd be great to have them work like they do in game, where they just get 1, 2, or 3 attachments depending on what rarity they are, because that would be a lot more realistic for a lot of the public maps out there that you can then use for practice. It does, however, look like you won't be able to add the Peter Pump into creative. This is to be expected. They never let you actually add the collaboration weapons into creative. It's usually just the regular weapons in game, but as far as I can see, every single other regular gun that is in Chapter 5 you can now add into creative. But a lot of people are saying this is too late. Like, there's only a month to go until the season's over. We have already had FNCS Open qualifiers over, so anyone who actually wanted to practice with the new guns, get in and try them out, the chance is gone. So I'm not sure whether Epic is going to do this going forward. Wherever we have a new chapter or a new season, it's going to take this long to add the guns, because they change the shotguns and weapons almost every other season. Next season we could have completely new guns, and normally they only take like a week or two to add them into creative. If this is going to be the normal process going forward, they're going to take months to add them until the season's almost over. It's really going to upset a lot of people. I'm confused because Epic is moving towards creative being the main game. It looks like at this point, Fortnite wants it to eventually get to the point where the creative maps have more players than actual Battle Royale themselves. Epic's making so many changes to prioritize creative. I'm not sure why this one is so slow. I always thought there had to be some kind of weird kind of combination between adding guns with attachments into creative, and it just broke it. I never thought how that could work because Fortnite's creative is just ridiculous and people can even do custom coding. Why would a few attachments completely break the game? It turns out it doesn't. Like I said, the people glitched them into the map. They could have done that at any time. The glitch people were using to get the guns into Fortnite maps has been there since the start of the season. They could have done that at any point. It's just only now people managed to actually try to get them in. So it looks like the guns could have been in creative from what I can see this whole time. Outside of the new guns in creative, they didn't really change much with the update. They did, however, change how tournaments work, which unfortunately broke the evaluation cup that was supposed to be on today. It is now no longer running, but you can now go into Fortnite, and under the Buy Epic tab, there is all of the tournaments now. So hopefully people can more easily find them, and you won't have the bug where you can't queue into the tournament as it never actually pops up. Unfortunately, obviously, Epic trying to fix that bug added a new bug, and the evaluation cup had to be cancelled. But hopefully this is going to be a better system of finding and getting into tournaments going forward, so there's no more issues. I still think it'd be great to just have the tournament queuable through the compete tab. When you go to the compete tab and you check where all the leaderboards are, you should be able to just, if the tournament's live, click play and queue into it. I feel like that would be the easiest way to keep it all in one place and stop any of these bugs. But Epic is finally doing some major change to hopefully fix all of these queue bugs we're getting. The last thing people are asking for now is Epic to allow us to run customs on these tournaments. Now that they show up in Fortnite permanently, if you just make them so that you can run tournaments on them, that would fix everything. Right now, scrims are an absolute nightmare in every region because you have to run them on public lobbies that have NPCs, vehicles, all of the broken guns. All of that is in tournament practice, and it's not really good practice at the end of the day. We either need to go back to the day where we have ranked only having the tournament loopholes so we can run customs on that, or a lot of people, myself included, for years now have been asking to have a way to run customs on tournament loophole. All you need to do is add a game mode that's just like tournament game mode. You've probably heard me say this before. We now have that. The tournaments are in game. You just have to be able to run customs on them, and practice is completely saved. And I think this is something Epic should prioritize, because they've always said they really care about up and coming players, developing new players, and not just having the same pros at the top forever. if they want that to happen, we need a good practice scene to let, the average player improve and get better. Otherwise, they're never going to catch up to the pros. If you're looking to play a map with all the new guns, my Magic Zonewars map now has all of the Chapter 5 weapons, as well as a huge new update adding even more game modes. It's a Zonewars map with 14 unique scenarios that it rotates through, so you get a super fun and really, really good practice experience with different game modes every single time. You just got to search Magic in Fortnite or use the code on the screen here to play.